In Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, the Council have an important meeting about the location of General Grievous. As they continue the discussion, they are suddenly diverted by Ki-Adi-Mundi, who asks about the droid attack on the Wookiees. But what if Ki-Adi-Mundi had not interjected at that moment? How would this change Star Wars history? As we are about to see, a lot changes. Thank you again for your suggestions in the previous video. Link is in the description below. As Ki-Adi-Mundi already knew about the attack, it would mean that Luminara Unduli and Quinlan Vos would have already prepared to defend against the attack, saving Yoda from going there. As a result, it is Yoda who asks Anakin to spy on the Chancellor, instead of Obi-Wan. Yoda would be more blunt in his approach than Obi-Wan, telling him they needed Anakin to spy on Palpatine, as the Council believes the dark side surrounds him. Anakin still feels conflicted, but this time, knowing the true purpose of his task, it raises doubts inside him as to the true identity of one of his closest mentors. When Anakin goes to meet with Palpatine in the galaxy's Opera House, he guards his emotions more than in canon, knowing the real reason of the Council's request. As a result, Palpatine doesn't really sense Anakin's displeasure at the Council, and can't prey on this weakness at the moment to talk about the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. For now, Palpatine would have to wait. Again, the Council decide that Obi-Wan should go to Utapau, leaving a slightly disgruntled Anakin. Yoda, noticing Anakin's conflict, calls him for a quick meeting, discussing his findings with Palpatine thus far. Anakin would tell Yoda that Palpatine was showing contempt towards the Council, and had mentioned the Sith several times in their conversation. Yoda's eyes widened at this last revelation. 800 plus years of Jedi training had not prepared him for this. How could the Jedi have been so blind? It was right in front of them all along. Palpatine was the Sith Lord they had been looking for. Palpatine was the one dictating the events through the Clone Wars. ARC Trooper Fives was talking sense after all. On the last thought, Yoda's mind was spinning. How were they going to arrest Palpatine but prevent the clones turning on them? They needed time. Yoda sent Anakin to talk with Palpatine to learn more about the dark side, so as to not make Palpatine suspicious, whilst the Council gathered for an emergency meeting. Yoda's news was greeted with gasps of shock from the Council members. Obi-Wan immediately asked Commander Cody whether he had removed his chip, and after stating he had not, Obi-Wan asked again as to whether anyone had. Cody stated that Rex had removed his chip after the passing of Fives. Obi-Wan then quickly contacted Rex, who was on Mandalore with Ahsoka Tano, and the Council asks about Fives' knowledge of the control chips, as well as the removal process. Rex tells the Council that Fives believed Palpatine tried to stop this knowledge getting out, and that the removal had been a simple process via a medical droid. The Council decided that the best option was to send as many medical droids as possible to the worlds, and remove the chips from the higher ranked clones first, with Jedi on hand in case the clones turned against them. Palpatine, meanwhile, was beginning to feed Anakin dark side thoughts, with promise of more knowledge via Plagueis' ability to save others from death. Anakin was getting tempted, but before he could commit himself, he received a message from his comlink to go to the Council chambers. Bidding Palpatine a quick farewell, Anakin sprinted back to the Council chambers, whereas Palpatine was left musing, knowing something was amiss. Anakin was sent to Mandalore to assist Rex and Ahsoka, and other Jedi Masters and Knights were allocated to different worlds. Only Yoda and Mace Windu remained behind, in case Palpatine tried to escape. The Jedi, and whatever medical droids they were able to muster, arrived on their worlds, and slowly but surely, the chips were removed. In Palpatine's head, alarm bells were ringing. Quickly contacting a loyal servant on Kamino, he found out they were picking up data that they were losing clones at a faster rate than a normal battle speed. Palpatine knew that this wasn't the incompetence of the clones, nor the feeble Jedi. They had discovered his secret. Examining the data, he recognized that 80% of the clones were still under his control. There was still time. As he switched on his hologram, the door to his office swept open, revealing Mace Windu and Grandmaster Yoda. Using Force speed, Mace Windu lunged at Palpatine before he could execute Order 66, causing Palpatine to quickly summon his red blade and block the attack. Yoda would join the battle, using his Atari style to perform acrobatic flips over the Sith Lord. The trio would continue to exchange attacks for hours, as the three most gifted lightsaber duelists battled, with flawless technique and synchronicity. Palpatine decided to change tactics. Sending a blast of Force lightning at the duo, leaving them slightly dazed, he summoned his hologram and executed Order 66. Palpatine was stunned. Going back to his servant on Kamino, the figure now read 0%. Before he could think about how the Jedi had been distracting him to Order 66, he was met by 2 blades through his chest. That is it for what if Ki-Adi-Mundi knew about the droid attack on the Wookiees. Please like this video and subscribe for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you would like to see next. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.